how how close are we to seeing a conflict between India and Pakistan? I mean, obviously, two nuclear armed nations. They've been to war before. Uh, how worried should we be over this?
Perhaps this is a matter of extreme sensitivity, Mike, and I'm glad that you brought this up because people and analysts, especially in Washington, are not really ready to understand how important this conversation is going to be. The reason being is it's not just because two nuclear armed countries are about to have one of the largest military standoff in South Asia. But the reality is we are fairly close to have a good amount of military engagement between both countries. As we speak, the Indian Chief of Army Staff, General Uvaidi, has already reached the line of control, and we have seen significant amount of engagement around the border overnight. We saw the Pakistani border security forces violate the ceasefire. They have also scrapped the line of controlling agreement that existed after 1971 war, which perhaps completely scraps out any ceasefire agreement between both countries. So this creates a significant advantage for India to continue or further increase its military engagement on Pakistan. So there are a few courses of action that I assume Indian Army and Indian Armed Forces are going to take. Number one would be extensive airstrike across the border. That would definitely alarm some of the Pakistani air defense systems in the region. Perhaps F-16s can be scrambled by the Pakistani Air Force. This is exactly the situation that played out in 2019 after Pulwama attack. 40 Indian soldiers were killed by a VBID attack. A vehicle-borne improvised explosive device went off, killing 40 Indian personnel. And after that, India launched a series of airstrikes on Pakistan. Well, the damage and the casualty assessment remains unclassified, remains classified till date from the Indian side, but we know for a fact that it was a significant strategic blow to Pakistan. Similarly, in 2016, India launched a ground operation into Pakistan after another similar attack by Pakistani terrorists. And that attack also did not receive any significant response from India because India conducted surgical cross-border raids, but that did not able to restore any sort of deterrence. This time, the situation and the calculus is very different in the Indian information space and also in government. This time, people want to see significant casualties both in uniform and without uniform in Pakistan. That puts extreme amount of pressure on the Indian government to have a reaction that matches that threshold, that crosses the previous thresholds that we have established to restore deterrence. When I say restore deterrence, I think this is the time when India needs to create a new deterrence all of a sudden so that it creates a reverse psychological impact on upcoming Pakistani generations that enhances our credibility and restores the fear of a massive, robust Indian response. So in terms of escalation, we are going to have significant escalations in the border in no less than 48 hours from now.
You know, and it's interesting, and I want to kind of take a step back and look at this particular incident. In the immediate aftermath of this attack, the Indian government was obviously very quick to accuse Pakistan. Have you seen specific evidence presented by the Indian government, the authorities, to back that up?
Sure. So there was a report that came yesterday in which intelligence agencies have given reports to journalists that suggest that they had intercepted direct communications between the terrorists who conducted these attacks and their handlers in Pakistan occupied Kashmir. So there is no hidden fact behind this that it was a Pakistan orchestrated state sponsored terrorist attack. Just because we may not have a concrete data point as of now that connects this attack directly to the Pakistani government, but there are a few things to understand here. Number one is that these attacks come at a very sensitive time in Pakistan when we know for a fact that the Pakistan military is increasingly unpopular among its own population. Pakistan army has not been able to prevent significant terrorist attack in most of its provinces across western Pakistan. They have failed to control the Taliban in Pakistan, TTP. They have failed to control the Baloch insurgents because we had a recent hijacking of a train, something which has never been picked up properly on Western media just because it happened in Pakistan. Apart from that, the Pakistani army is also very well known for its orchestration of state elections. So we know for a fact that this time Pakistani army has been extremely unpopular. A week ago, the Pakistani army chief gave a very communal speech, very incited the two-state theory, and also called upon Kashmiri militants, Kashmiri terrorists to act upon, and that Pakistan will never leave them alone. This attack also happened at the time when the Prime Minister of India was in Saudi Arabia during a state visit to the holiest Muslim nation. This also happened when, let's not forget that Vice President J.D. Vance was in the country. So this created a very good advantage for the Pakistanis to act when it knew the situation in India is sensitive, when India is vulnerable, and that's the time they struck. We do not need a confirmation from either side that this was a Pakistani state-sponsored attack because the history suggests, and we have interception of communications, and it is a matter of time when the real cells will be revealed, when the real connection will also be unfolded. Because for now, we have identified at least three of the five terrorists who conducted these attacks, and it is reported that at least two of them who have not been identified actually infiltrated from Pakistan and have their origins in Pakistan.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment, a really positive, nice, and kind comment. That would be appreciated. And if you're not already subscribed to our channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our daily updates.